Good afternoon, everybody. It's July 1st. Happy Canada Day. Got up to the North Farm. Actually, this morning I went to Moose Jaw, which is around the halfway point. Slept in the truck and then continued on. So I'm just doing a little crop touring. I was hoping to do some spraying up here, but then they got another 3/4 of an inch of rain again last night. So within the last, I don't know, week, 10 days, we've got to be sitting around 4-5 inches of rain, something like that. Maybe in the last 2 weeks. That's a lot of rain anywhere. Okay, that's the same amount of rain. We've had the same amount of rain in 2 weeks up north as we've had whole growing season down south. We're sitting right around that 5.5 inches, something like that. And we are going, oh, the mosquitoes are bad up here. Wow. We're going hand to mouth with rain down there. We just don't have enough subsoil moisture. We got a bit of a princess crop growing, not a lot of root system, and we need rain like every week to keep it going. Now, I did look in the 2-week long range forecast. We got I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days of some good thunderstorm boomers. Hopefully we're going to tag some of those. That's what we're hoping for, because the following week it's kind of looking like summer is going to arrive. I'm seeing some 33-degree days whole week with 30 to 40k winds. That, my friends, is what we call the crop cooker. That will cook it. So hopefully that heat will also brew up a couple thunderstorms, because we're going to definitely need it. That's the update for the moisture down south. Up north, though, it is very different. Still all week chance of thunder boomers. To be honest, we need more rain up here like a hole in the head. We got a lot of sloughs. I seeded that slough with the little 5710. This is the first year that my sloughs might not make it, that I seeded. Otherwise, every year I have had success in seeding my sloughs. So this is only in the flag leaf. This is Durham, by the way, which is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crop of Durham. It's starting to lodge over, and it doesn't even have a head in the boot. That's not a good sign, guys. That's not a good sign. Oh, man. But, sorry, these mosquitoes. It looks awesome. I've thought about putting a fungicide on with some more micros here at Flag, because we are in Flag right now. Or dang near there. But I'm not coming out here with a ground unit. Not with 5 inches of rain in the last little bit, so that means I have to get a plane. And believe me, planes do pay for themselves in tracks. Never mind my time constraints. But you also got to wait for a plane. So if everybody's thinking the same thing, because everyone's had rain up here, if all of a sudden you're like 5 days to a week out of getting a plane, well, there's no sense. You ought to just wait and then do your fusarium timing. So anyway, guys, the Durham is looking really good. It's getting awfully fat looking. It's pretty healthy right now. The only reason why I would consider throwing a fungicide on with some micros is just to protect it during this stage, because we got a week of thunder boomers coming in, and then we will hit it for fusarium timing when the head pops out. Let's go look at some canola. I already looked at the wheat, all the white wheat. I don't know why I didn't do a video when I was looking at the white wheat, because that's the first place I went. But anyways, it looks equally as good. Let's go find some canola to take a peek at here. Speaking of water, I also seeded that. Yeah, that's gonna drown out. Oh! And I also seeded that one. Yeah, that's gonna drown out. Oh, man. Yeah. We've had a lot of rain, and we've had it, in a pretty short time period. All right, here, let's just jump out. And you might ask, Mike, how do you know you got that much rain? Because I've got weather stations all over the place. Because you got to remember, I'm not always here. So I need to know what's going on all the time. I got weather stations at home. I can be up here. I'm like, okay, that field got rain, that field didn't. That field got rain, that field didn't. We can get the fungicide going, whatever we got to do. Same thing up here. That wasn't there either. Nope. Let's walk across over here. This is looking pretty nice. This is Nexera. I'm trying to remember the variety. I'm thinking this is either 3017 or 3018, because I got both out here. But now I'm not sure. Just going to start cabbaging. I love it. This would be a great time for some micros. I'm a big micro guy. Just love putting that on. But it's a little muddy. I don't really feel like... If this was dry, I would just come out here with the high clearance sprayer. Maybe I wait. Maybe I can... I wouldn't get a plane for something like this, because you can drive on this, it's just going to come back. Or canola is basically a weed. It's just when your cereals are in flag and heady, and that ain't coming back. Not bad. Not a bad catch. I was actually a little concerned because I put all this canola in too deep. At least in my mind, I put it in too deep. Had a little goof up at seeding time. But it seems to be looking pretty awesome. Yep. We need some sun. We need some sun. We're actually very delayed this season. I'm pretty sure if you were to go back to my videos this time last year, our crop was well advanced in stage. This is just cabbaging, and it's July 1st. It's barely cabbaging. We're gonna need a long fall, guys. We're gonna need a long fall. Let's go find some different canola. I got 3 varieties in. 3 different types, I mean. Got a lot more than 3 varieties, but 3 different types of canola. All right, we're at the Invigor. It's quite a bit more advanced, but it was seeded earlier. Well, I shouldn't say it's quite a bit more advanced. It's a little bit more advanced. So, last time I was up here before this rain started, this whole system, I'm like, yeah, I need to hit this again with Liberty. You know, put my second pass on. But now it's muddy and it's not looking good. Like for me to put my second pass on, I mean. Because it's only contact. And by the time this stuff dries out enough to where I can get a ground unit out here without, you know, destroying the crop, I don't know if there's going to be much ground left. The reason why is this field's actually pretty good. But, well, it's quite a bit of trash there, eh? Definitely, This is what I call the hazel quarter. This is the one that has all the trash on it. Clearly you can tell. And we harrowed it. We disc harrowed it even in the fall. A lot of trash cover out here. Arguably almost too much trash cover. I said that before. Last year, I think, when I was seeding it. Look at all this trash. It's not too good. This is probably the worst area right in here. This whole draw kind of goes down like this. This stuff last year was yielding stupid. And it was wheat and it was yielding stupid yields. And you can clearly tell. Apparently I must have stopped the combine in here somewhere. And I had my stationary knives in. This is bad. You don't want to see this. Also, this is, I think he let up on the harrow and left a pile that I was supposed to come and burn. That's what this is. I was like, that does seem awfully thick. Yeah, so he left a the harrow catch last fall, and I was supposed to come back and light it up and burn the straw, but I didn't do that. And then obviously I just kind of plowed my way through with the cedar. So, whoops! This would be more like the regular trash cover right here. Still quite a bit though. So the flea beetles were ravaging this Invigor and also my Brett Young Clearfield that I stuck on the lentil stubble. I had to spray all these for bugs. And the Clearfield I probably should have sprayed twice for bugs. It was bad. In fact, I even had an agronomist come out from Richardson's and be like, "Okay," I just said, "Do I got to reseed this? Because it looks terrible. It's like really bad. In my mind, it's really bad. And because if I'm going to reseed it, I need to know now." She'd come out and she's like, "It's going to be okay, Mike. Clearfield starts slow. And there's enough plant stands there to still make a crop from flea beetle damage." And so we left it. And I was just there. And again, I forgot to take a video. Next time. It's actually coming pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as this. And even though this is still a little thin in these high trash areas, don't worry though, these little plants right here, they will stool right out. Like they'll get big and bushy. I'm not worried about, I'm not going to lose any yield here. So that's it on the crop check up north. I think I had a better catch of canola last year. If you go back to my videos last year, I had probably the best catch of my life was last year. I seeded it a little bit shallower. And it was a lot warmer spring, so everything popped right away and took off. We've had such a cold spring, and like borderline, we've had a couple touches of frost, you guys, in June, like middle of June-ish. So it was just such a cold spring. The canola was just sitting, not doing nothing, sitting, getting eaten, sitting, not doing nothing. Normally, your canola, you know, it sits there for a little bit, the heat hits it, boom, it takes off. This year it just sat there forever. And this stuff's all treated, all this seed, it's all treated with Lumiderm and Buteo. For all the farmers out there that are using the same thing, I would not use Buteo again, in my mind. That's just what the Clearfield had on it. Didn't like that. This stuff did a lot better, but that's just my 2 cents from this year, so. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys go and wander back to the vehicle and go check some more fields. I would love to get out here and do some more foliaring. There's a foliar out here, some micros, but again, it's too muddy. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the flipper. Adios.